This is All India Radio. The news read by Abhineet Shukla. The headlines. Prime Minister says violence should not be taken as a right to protest, urges opposition to stop misguiding people on Citizenship Amendment Act, calls for speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. Campaigning for assembly elections in Delhi ends, polling to be held on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Kokrajhar in Assam today to participate in celebrations of signing of Bodo Accord. In Pakistan, an anti-terrorism court to pronounce its verdict against Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed in 2 terror financing cases. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that violence should not be taken as a right to protest and urged the opposition to stop misguiding people on Citizenship Amendment Act. Replying to the debate on the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Rajya Sabha, he said that the opposition is displaying double standards over the issue. Speaking on the National Population Register, Prime Minister Modi said the census and NPR are general administrative activities which have been in place since long. He alleged that the issue has been politicized just to reap political benefits. The House unanimously adopted the motion of thanks to the President's address. However, opposition parties including the Congress, DMK, TMC, CPI and Samajwadi Party staged a walkout after the Prime Minister's speech. Earlier, replying to the debate on the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Modi said the country deserves speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. He said India can no longer wait for problems to remain unsolved even after 70 years of independence. The Prime Minister said that there should be no politics in farmer welfare and all have to work together towards their prosperity. He said the MSP issue has been addressed as well by the current government. Prime Minister said the government gave away 56,000 crore rupees to farmers through the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Meanwhile, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi alleged that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is distracting people from the real issues such as the economy, unemployment and jobs. Mr. Gandhi urged the Prime Minister to come out with a plan to provide employment to the youth of the country. The Lok Sabha today took up a general discussion on the Union Budget 2020-21. Initiating the discussion, senior Congress leader Manish Tiwari raised a poser to the government whether it was right for the government to sell public sector organizations' shares. He also said that the Indian economy is very strong because of these public sectors. Mr. Tiwari also said that when there was an economic slowdown in 2008, Indians survived because of these public sector units. BJP MP Jayant Sinha applauded the budget, saying that it has something for everybody: farmers, students, women and tribals. He said if the country has to attain a $5 trillion economy, we should shed old thoughts and venture into a new era to make a new India. K. Kanimoyo of the DMK thanked the finance minister for including the archaeological site in a constituency, Adichanallur, where a museum will be set up. The high-pitched campaigning for the Delhi Assembly elections came to a close yesterday. The BJP, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party made last-ditch efforts to seek votes and raise issues ranging from the Citizenship Amendment Act, a peace in politics, unemployment, pollution and clean water. On the last day of the campaign, Home Minister Amit Shah took out 3 road shows at Silampur in northeast Delhi and Harinagar and Madipur in West Delhi. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia took out a Padayatra in his Patparganj constituency in East Delhi. Polling to the 70-member assembly will be held tomorrow and counting of votes will be taken up on the 11th of February. A 9-judge Constitution bench of the Supreme Court yesterday reserved order on the legal issue of whether the top court can refer questions of law to a larger bench while exercising its review jurisdiction. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde said it will pronounce the order on the 10th and will accord day-to-day hearing from the 12th of February. The bench was hearing issues relating to discrimination against women at various places of worship, including the Sabrimala temple. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear today the country's appeal challenging the Delhi High Court's verdict in the Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case. The High Court had dismissed the centre's plea against the trial court's order staying the execution of the 4 death row convicts in the case. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, in its 6th and last bi-monthly monetary policy for the financial year 2019-20, yesterday maintained status quo on policy rates despite the economic slowdown. The repo rate remains unchanged at 5.15% under the liquidity adjustment facility. The reverse repo rate also remains unchanged at 4.90% and the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate at 5.40%. This is All India Radio giving you the news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the event to celebrate the signing of the Bodo Accord at Kokrajhar today. All arrangements have been made to celebrate the event. Nearly 4 to 5 lakh people are expected to attend the event. Apart from Prime Minister, Assam Chief Minister Sarbanan Sonowal and his ministerial colleagues will attend the event. Additional DGP Law and Order GP Singh said that all are ready to take part in the celebration. In Pakistan, an anti-terrorism court will pronounce its verdict tomorrow against Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed in 2 terror financing cases. Anti-terrorism court ATC Lahore Judge Arshad Hussain Bhutta reserved the verdict against Jamaat-ud-Dawa JUD chief Saeed in 2 terror financing cases yesterday. The ATC had indicted Saeed and others on 11th of December. The cases of terror financing have been registered against him in Lahore and Gujranwala cities on the application of the Counter-Terrorism Department CTD of Punjab Police. Saeed-led JUD is believed to be the front organization for the LET, which is responsible for carrying out the 2008 Mumbai attack that killed 166 people, including 6 Americans. The Union Health Ministry yesterday said that all evacuees from Wuhan in China have tested negative for novel coronavirus. In addition, 510 samples have been tested by the Indian Council of Medical Research Network laboratories, of which all have tested negative except for 3 already reported positive. The 3 positive cases are clinically stable. The 4th Joint Monitoring Group meeting was held yesterday under the Directorate General of Health Services to discuss various technical issues, including review period of follow-up required for asymptomatic travelers from China. The government has evacuated 647 Indians and 7 nationals of Maldives on 2 flights from novel coronavirus hit China. External Affairs Ministry spokesman Ravish Kumar said it was a complex operation and India is grateful to the Chinese government for their support and facilitation during the exercise. He said, apart from those evacuated, 10 other Indians have indicated that they want to come back from China but were unable to clear the health screening process. Briefing the media in New Delhi, Mr. Kumar said the ministry is in regular contact with them and exploring all possibilities for their return. Asked about the reference to Jammu and Kashmir in the Pakistan-Malaysia joint statement, the MEA spokesman said India completely rejects the references made in respect of Jammu and Kashmir. President Donald Trump launched a post-impeachment victory lap yesterday, brandishing a newspaper with a giant headline "Acquittal" on television ahead of a White House address on his terrible ordeal. Cleared in the Senate of abusing his office and obstructing Congress, Trump now hopes to seize the momentum to push his re-election campaign against a divided Democratic Party. Trump was impeached in the Democratic-led House last December over his attempts to push Ukraine into opening what would have been a politically damaging corruption probe into election rival Joe Biden. But the Senate, where Trump's Republicans hold a majority, cleared him yesterday in a party-line vote, illustrating the divisions running through the country ahead of the November polls. Chinese media have changed a report that a doctor who blew the whistle on the coronavirus outbreak has died of the infection. The state-run Global Times said Li Wenliang had died in Wuhan but later reported he was instead critically ill. The People's Daily had earlier sent out a tweet saying Dr. Li's death had sparked national grief. Dr. Li warned fellow medics about the virus on 30th December but was told by police to stop making false comments. The coronavirus has now killed more than 560 people and infected 18,000 in China. It causes severe acute respiratory infection and symptoms usually start with a fever followed by a dry cough. Most people infected are likely to fully recover just as if they would from a flu. The Sports Authority of India SAI and Hockey India yesterday announced the establishment of the high performance centers in 7 places across the country to provide state-of-the-art facilities to junior and sub-junior players. The move is aimed at grooming young talent in view of the 2024 and 2028 Olympic Games. These centers will be closely monitored by Hockey India and its high-performance director, and the program will ensure that athletes are provided with international exposure. And now, to end this bulletin, the headlines again. Prime Minister says violence should not be taken as right to protest, urges opposition to stop misguiding people on Citizenship Amendment Act, calls for speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. Campaigning for assembly elections in Delhi ends, polling to be held on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Kokrajhar in Assam today to participate in celebrations of signing of Bodo Accord. And in Pakistan, an anti-terrorism court to pronounce its verdict against Mumbai attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed in 2 terror financing cases. And that is the end of this news bulletin.